All right, everybody, I'm about to start this live stream. Make sure you share this. I want to talk to y'all about some really cool stuff we have going on for the USA Championships. I'm just getting the Instagram live as well, so we can broadcast multiple channels. So first of all, if you're just joining, if you've never seen this, if you've never watched it live here for Cycle Ranch, thank you for tuning in. Welcome to the show. Those of you that have been here, been following us for a while. Awesome to have you. Wanted to show you guys this view, right? I wanted to show you this view because when our last big race, we had an issue with some scoring stuff. And that kind of is normal. Like every single track in the series had an issue with scoring stuff. But one of the things that we thought to do to innovate on that is drop in a camera right here at the finish line. So we got this really, really expensive camera that I can't show you because it's actually being used. It's got a really good zoom on it. It's super functional, and you can watch and stream live off of it. This way we can stream our races off of YouTube right here off of at the finish line. So you can watch anything even if you're not here, but also the scorers are able to watch this. So if there's ever an issue in results and who crossed the finish line first, we got the photo finish here live for anybody to pull off of as long as this thing's running. So I wanted to show you that we did make a lot of headway on that. I hope to have it running on the night track. And I'd initially done this with a GoPro, and then the GoPro kept shutting off, and we were limited with how much time the GoPro would stay on. So we're using some other softwares, testing out some things, but we don't have, Aiden, we don't have transponder. Well, we do have a transponder system, but it doesn't work with Trackside, which is the AMA wants everything in Trackside now. They won't let us use our own scoring system. So our transponder system is basically defunct for AMA races. And we do a lot of AMA races out here. So yes, we have transponders. No, we don't have AMA transponders. We can get the MyLabs to come out and do all their transponders and get that AMA approved one that goes with Trackside, the software that the scorers use, that AMA uses, which we use the software here, but we don't have the transponders. They're like $200 a pop. And we don't have the cable and stuff. We could easily get it, but it's a race expense for riders. If they don't have a transponder, they got to rent one, and that's like $50 more per day, or they got to buy one, right? So we also have to pay the transponder company to come out, which increases our expenses. And that's not what we're trying to do. We're not trying to increase your expenses out here when you're racing. We're trying to be very cognizant of it. You guys spend a lot of money just to get here. How do we make it palatable for y'all to do this? And also for us to be able to keep our expenses down so that we can continue to do this, right? And be a profitable business. Not the scope of this conversation, but I wanted to, since you asked Aiden there, address that. So now we have video, right? And this gets recorded on YouTube. You can go back and see the races. Your grandmother at home can watch the races. We can actually plug in the PA system, which is right there. I think you guys probably be able to see that. I got a little delay on my camera. Plug in that PA system so the announcing will be live from all the announcers, right? So this will allow you to actually listen to what's going on and be able to watch at least the finish line if you didn't make it here. But more importantly, guys, stay on, because if you're thinking about Thanksgiving race at all, if you're even considering USA Championships this year or next year, future, what we could talk about here could really make a huge, huge difference on what happens. We have a plan for this Thanksgiving, and we hate that it's this late in the game that we're coming to you with it. But we really wanted to shake things up and wanted to think about our identity and who we are as a motocross track and what that event means for us. Right. So I want you guys to stay on. I want you to participate and tell me what you think about the format we have in the plans. It's not finalized. We're going to make some tweaks to it. We got to do some polishing to it. But the polishing is going to be done by you guys sharing back with what you actually want to have out here. Right. And that's the idea, is like get you guys involved as much as possible so that you get what you want because you're out here racing. I know I just did a whole series, the South Texas statewide championship, all the rounds. So I actually missed one round because of injury, but did all those rounds. And I know what my experience was as a racer, which was kind of nice for me to do because I haven't done a series in several years. I just did mostly races at Cycle Ranch. So to go out and do a series and be in the grind of it and be that many different tracks, how they're doing things, I learned a ton. And I learned a ton about what I like as a racer, not as a track owner or as a promoter or whatever label you want to throw on me. I'm just another guy racing dirt bikes. I'm a vet rider. I'm racing pro class. I'm hanging out with my buddies. I'm getting to do a lot of cool stuff that you guys normally get to do. And fortunately, I got to have a really great time doing that. Despite I also got to get injured, dislocated my shoulder 2 weeks ago. Got to have bike issues. Hydraulic cable frayed right before my race, and my wife drove it 5 hours for me to be able to race. Right, so I'm getting to go through the real struggles that you racers get to go through when I'm doing that, which I hadn't done in years because I'd been either at the track racing or working, and I would only race at this Cycle Ranch. Right, so me getting to go through the other places got me to learn another perspective. So USA Championships is a big deal here at Cycle Ranch. This has been our marquee event. This event was marquee before I was here, and WMX was birthed here, and they used to have 6-foot trophies for everybody and full gates, and Travis Pastrana and Mike Alessi and all kinds of pro riders like Robbie Renard, like just the top guys that made it through the circuit, made it to the top level, right? We've had a lot of really good riders, including Andrew Short more recently, that have made it to the pinnacle. But we also had a lot of people that just got their pro license and got to do really well and be able to qualify for some supercrosses and national races like Dawson Draycott, Lane Shaw, Chandler Baker, all come out here and like show us what's up, right? And they're great riders and great racing, and even the other classes have been awesome. But there's some things we needed to change about the USA Championships, and we didn't know what it was, right? We didn't know what it was. There's competing events on that weekend. You have mini-O's and you have the day in the dirt. So I want to talk to you about those changes. I did also want to update you all. Women's bathrooms, it's a different topic, but I'm going to throw it in right here because it was an update that I had. Women's bathrooms are done. All right, all new showers. They're locked. You have to get a code to go in there. You can get it by calling the number. You can go to the cafe. Really nice showers, new countertops, new sinks. The walls are all redone, stuccoed. The women's bathrooms, they got lemon trees in there because they naturally disinfect and scent the air. New heaters, all kinds of stuff. They're actually on the side that the men's were at. The men's are now in where the women's bathroom was at. New urinals, flushless urinals with dividers, really nice. Instead of, if you've been here before, you were peeing into a big trough, right? And it was gross for a long time. So we got those upgrades happening. We got those upgrades. They've happened. They're done. There's more to happen. I'll clue you in at the end, but I wanted to let you guys know that was taken care of before I jumped into the USA Championship. So that's all I'm going to tell you about the bathrooms. We have open practices coming weekend. We have a mud run the following Saturday. We'll be open that Sunday. We'll be open the Thursday. Probably even let you guys come ride Friday night beforehand. And then we're going to get to the USA Championship. So we have open practice, mud run, open practice, USA Championships, and probably do some training during that time. You might see some bikes out here. The track is mint right now. Manny is leading some riders out there in a training session. It looks like they're doing stand-up motos. So, well, Edward's not doing stand-up motos anymore, if that's what they're doing. It's got the new Ducati. It's bad to the bone. So USA Championships is what I told you guys to stay on for. Hopefully we are building audiences on other channels. I can only see the Instagram one that I'm sitting at right now, and hopefully we have a ton of people watching. Yeah, I actually moved over to the other one. We have 6 on another channel, and then plus whatever's in YouTube. So I'm going to tell you about USA Championships. First of all, Thanksgiving dinner. And what is that all about? That's where it starts, right? It's Thanksgiving weekend. And I talked to Tyler Livesay last night a little bit about this, and he helped ask some really good questions about, like, what does this even event mean to us? And it was actually something my wife and I talked about over the weekend quite a bit. We had this rain, so we're just kind of hanging out and thinking about, like, we have to make Thanksgiving dinner. It's like a standalone thing, right? So even if you're not coming to race this weekend, of USA championships after Thanksgiving. And you want to have a good dinner and you want to be with your moto family, come hang out and have Thanksgiving dinner with us. We want you here. You don't have to be part of the racing festivities. We want to have the biggest Thanksgiving dinner in all of Texas, at least for motocross. We've done it over 200 people before, and last year was just shy of 200 people. But we want to double that number. We're gonna have the turkeys here. We're gonna slaughter our own sheep that we have here on at the track. So we have lamb, right? We're gonna have some chickens. We have some eggs from the hens that we have on property. Maybe we'll even have some duck, right? The stuff that's right here, kind of this farm to table feeling of this is what we actually really have right off the land of Cycle Ranch, this ranch part of Cycle Ranch, letting you guys benefit in that, not just this great soil that produces a great motocross track, but also this soil that was producing all the food that these guys are eating, right? Or the bugs that they're eating. So getting to be able to actually now eat a really solid meal straight from the earth of Cycle Ranch. Well, I guess through an animal, right? But be able to have that farm to table connected to your food, connected to your friends, be with the people that you really like. We have a lot of people that don't have family in Texas, a lot of transplants. We want to welcome you all. If you do have family, we want you to bring your family. Like last year and I think the year before, like we had families that don't get along when they go to somebody's house. So they don't want to go to the aunt's house, or they don't want to go to the mom's house or this in-law's house or whatever. So you know what they did? They came here. They came here and there was like enough space, enough things to do that the kids were always occupied. But then they didn't have a bunch of dishes to do. They didn't have like a bunch of prep to do. They just came and met here, broke bread, had a great time together, caught up on whatever it was. And it wasn't like you're in somebody else's space. You're in the community space of Cycle Ranch. And that's one of the things that I always know that for me, like going to certain people's houses for certain events, as much as I might love the person, they might want things a certain way, and then going to their house, it's not the same. Like I feel like I got to be on their terms and stuff like that. But when you go to Cycle Ranch and these events, like motocross world is something different. We have a lot of unspoken rules. We have some written ones that we have to tout on, like safety stuff. But for the most part, like you guys are free to do what you want. We have multiple tracks. We have the trails. We have the playgrounds, we have the inflatables when it's hot out. We have, everything that you need right here, this giant pavilion. We want you to come, bring your family, bring your extended family, come have Thanksgiving with us. We encourage you, bring a dish with you for potluck, right? We do potluck style. It's not required, but like come bring the food that you would eat at Thanksgiving here with you, like just one dish or two dishes, whatever, the things you want to share. Like you make a killer casserole, bring it. You make a killer sweet potato dish, bring it. Like bring what you've been eating in your family that you love, your favorite dish, if you can. And if you can't, all good. And if you want to help out cooking turkeys or brisket or anything like that, like we welcome that too. Like we can use our equipment here, or people have brought smokers in the past. The first year that we did it, Eric Carter, if you guys know Ethan Carter, they were out here. Eric and his father cooked a ton of turkeys, and it was, I should say, I think 3 turkeys, and they were huge, and there was only like 20 of us. We had so much extra food. The next year it was like 200 something, and then last year it was like just shy of 200 people out here. So come for Thanksgiving. Just come enjoy Thanksgiving. Be part of what we're doing here. Be part of your moto family. There's not going to be riding during the day on Thanksgiving, but after we break bread and eat, we'll turn the lights on, let you guys get a little bit on the night track and all that stuff for Thanksgiving. So we want you guys to come on Thanksgiving. Like that's really the spirit, whether you're riding or racing the weekend, come enjoy and break bread with us. There's no charge. There's no general admission for that day. Like just come eat with us, bring food if you can, help if you can, Otherwise, just come be thankful, be grateful. It's kind of a way that we can express our gratitude to y'all for joining us throughout the year. So that's Thanksgiving. I want to be really standing on its own as a thing, not just part of the USA Championships, but like, you don't have to be part of the USA Championships. Just come for Thanksgiving. I wanted to make sure I said that, made that very clear. If you want to be helpful and be part of what we're doing, contact us, and we'll have a form that you guys can fill out and let us know you're coming, so we know how much food to have coming out shortly. So after Thanksgiving, we're going to blow into the USA Championships, right? So Friday, we're going to do something completely unique. We've never done it before here. I don't know anywhere else that has done it. Maybe I've seen it at Bithlow in Florida, which is, no, it wasn't Bithlow, it was PAX Tracks, which is over by Daytona, and they have multiple tracks. They run a little bit of stagger stuff. What we're going to do on Fridays, we're actually going to have open practice, organized practice on this track, on the national track, right? Now we'll start like normal 9 a.m. and 20-minute sessions based on your bike class. At 10 a.m., we're going to start on the night track as well with 20-minute sessions. So you're going to be staggered, right? So practice will finish on the national track here at 3 p.m. and on the night track at 4 p.m. And by the way, if you don't like any of this or you love any of this, let us know, because we still have time to change this. But the idea is, some of you guys are traveling for a long way. Some of you guys are going to be anybody that comes on Thursday and stays through Sunday, you guys are going to be here at least 4 full days. And some of you even come the week before. And we want to be able to get you on every single track. We want to maximize your ride time here. We want to maximize you guys getting all the good stuff that Cycle Ranch has to offer, right? So we're like, okay, how do we do that? Okay, more track prep, more flaggers, more track time, more tracks to ride, more racing. What do we give? Are we ready to have a bigger playground than ever? It just keeps growing. We talked about the bathrooms already, improving those. We've got some improvements happening on the cafe, which we've done some of them. We hopefully will have more done before Thanksgiving. It just comes up so quick. And now with the injury, I'm a little bit slowed down. So hopefully we'll have those for Thanksgiving. But at the end of the day, we wanted you guys to be able to get full use out of Cycle Ranch. So Friday, we're going to have practice on the national track organized on this track starting at 9. And then starting at 10, we will do the same thing on the night track. Same class order, so you guys never on top of yourself. You don't have to choose which track you're going to be in. It's going to be basically, you ride over here for 20 minutes, you wait 40 minutes, you go over to the night track. Then you have to wait, I think it's an hour and 40 minutes instead of 2 hours and 40 minutes every single time. And then you'll be back over here, and then you'll wait 40 minutes to get the night track, and we'll just keep doing that until it's over. I think you'll get 6 sessions instead of 3. And just for reference, like, this kind of came to me when I was at Three Palms, right? I went up to Three Palms to race the season opener at the Texas Statewide South Series. And I got up there a little bit late, and I was paying for my practice, and literally got on the track, got 2 laps, because I was just that much later than I wanted to be, and that's when my practice was. And got 2 laps, so I didn't even get the full practice. Got flagged off, and then it rained. And I got like no practice, right? And I still paid my $40. So you guys aren't going to have 2 practice fees. You're going to have 2 tracks. You're going to have 1 practice fee of $40. And then you'll have 2 tracks to ride. So you get twice as much riding. You can also do the vet track. You can also do the turn tracks. You can also use the trails on Friday. Those will all be open. They'll be ready to go. Kids track also as well. So if you get the itch and the hankering for more riding, that's all included in your practice fee. You can ride as much as you want. So come utilize the facility Friday and get as much ride time as you possibly can. Now, on Saturday, this is the big change, guys. So I really want you to break down. I want to break this down. I'm going to do it slowly. I'm probably going to do it 2 or 3 times because I want you to really hear what I'm saying. And I want your feedback on it. This is the plan, right? This is the plan. We probably are going to have to modify this plan a little bit. I don't think we're going to modify it a lot. There are 1 or 2 things that I think you guys might say you want to do differently. And I got to get a scale of you. It's not just one of you screaming at me. The loudest screamer is not going to get what they want necessarily. It's going to be the person or the people that come and say, well, I think we really want to do it this way. I think it'd be really nice to do it this way. Not the people that are just in an uproar. So don't get yourself in a tizzy over this. This is our proposal, and we're like 90% there. And I think this I mean, we're 100% there, but we can modify the things I think that people might have an issue with. So first of all, we asked, all right, 2-moto format or 3-moto format? We did a poll on the internet, right? On the internet, the best place to do polls, right? But our followers, right? What do you guys want? What did you want to see? And everywhere we posted it, we did it on Instagram, we did it on Facebook, we did it on our personal pages. It was at least 2/3 saying, we want a 3-moto format. We want a 3-moto format. So 3-moto format means that's a lot of extra racing, right? So how do we do that, right? How do we do it without increasing your race entry fee? Or if we have to, a small amount, not a large amount, and be able to staff for the 3 motos, get it all done in the time. And how do we do it creative, right? So you guys all pretty much, at least 2/3 of you in every area said 3-moto. And there was a couple of you that came back and said 2 motos, and you had good reasons, right? So there's some 2-moto formats, and there was good reasons, and there's a way we've accommodated those. So we'll get to that when we get moving on. But for the most part, we are going to do, because you asked, overwhelmingly, we are going to have, for the most part, like 98% of classes, a 3-moto format. All right. And this is what we're going to do. Well, before I tell you exactly how we're going to break it down, we're going through an identity crisis with USA Championships. Every year we come up to Thanksgiving and people are like, okay, do we go to Mini-O's or do we go to USA Championships? Right? That's kind of what we hear. I don't hear anybody really doing Day in the Dirt out West Coast, and they got a huge event out there. It's something. It's a spectacle. But I hear people going, do we do Mini-O's or do we stay here and do USA Championships, right? And Mini-O's is the place to go if you have a contract with Monster Energy or Red Bull, or seeking that contract with your top sponsors out there. If you're looking for that factory ride and you're going to be able to go out and clean house and get noticed at Mini-O's, by all means, I'm telling you, go there. If you are on a trajectory for a factory ride, I don't know that there's going to be any scouts here at Cycle Ranch to try to pick you up for sponsorship, right? Most of the big names are going to be at the Mini-O's, right? At least at this point in the time, that's just the reality. So if you are on that trajectory of getting that factory ride, by all means, like I would suggest Mini-O's, go to Florida. I raced it when I was a kid. It was an eye opener for me. I placed 12th in my C class at Loretta's. And then I went to Mini-O's and I think I got like 38. All right. So I got like waxed. It was a totally different experience. I wasn't prepared. It was a mind game. It was something, it was interesting. And if you're going just for an experience, because you're like, I just want to say I did it, by all means, like, go do it. But if you're not really prepared for it and you're not there where I can, do 15-minute motos and race with the top 10, top 5, really, to really be able to come home with something rather than just an empty wallet, right? If you know that your speed isn't there, your fitness isn't there, your mental side is not there. If you just love riding dirt bikes and you just want to have fun, but you also want to race and you want to be able to have a good potential of doing well and not getting 80th or something like that, or not even qualifying for the weekend. If you want to just enjoy your time with your friends and your family and get some racing, a lot of racing, ride different tracks, and have, what racing kind of started as, riding and started as, was just going out and having fun, not trying to get some kind of championship. And you still win prizes. Like we got big awards. We got a huge raffle. We always have a ton of giveaways. We have all that stuff. But we're not going to factor Yamaha here, not this year anyway, right? Come to Cycle Wrench. Come to Cycle Wrench if you want to have just a great weekend, spend a reasonable amount of money, know that you're not just a number, know that we enjoy having you here, know that your friends are here, you're not traveling far away from home, and some of you might be traveling away from home, but we're gonna be like your family. We're gonna hang out with you and enjoy your Thanksgiving dinner with us, ride a bunch on Friday with 2 tracks, fully prepped and opened with the schedules, and then other tracks to ride. And then Saturday, Sunday, a ton of racing with the 3-moto format. Then you want to come to Cycle Wrench. So, and we want you to come here, right? Like that. I want you to come here. But if you are on a different trajectory in your career, like go to the other place. Go to the other place and go do that and do what your sponsors are asking you to do. So with the 3-moto format, here's what we figured out we're going to do for 3 motos. And this might even change your mind too. And this is one of those things that people might have some pushback on. So I want to know if you have pushback, like tell us. It's totally cool. Like I'm not offended by it. We're not necessarily going to go with what I'm saying right now. So understand that we have it down on ink, but it's not the only way we could end up with this. So your feedback matters is my point. 3 motos. Moto 1 is going to be on the national track on Saturday. Moto 2 connection. Okay. So I'm going to just say that again because it looked like I lost connection for a second. Moto 1, national track. Moto 2, night track. That's going to happen on Saturday. Then we will have our awards for Motomania, a big raffle, and a bunch of stuff happening in the pavilion on Saturday night. And then on Sunday, we will have the last moto on the national track. This is for the classes with the 3 motos, right? Which is most every class. So the other twist with that, so the twist with that is you're getting to race 2 tracks. You're going to race on the national track and the night track. Is that good? Is that something you want to do? And the idea was like, get you guys on different tracks that you use the facility more, be able to kind of level the playing field with competition so that the people that you might be really good at the national track, but the night track might be a little weaker for you, or vice versa. We have a lot of people that love our night track. They just come out for our night track. They are just here for Thursday nights. They only race our night track. They do not come to our national track races. So maybe they're going to be willing to come because they got a moto on the night track. And then we also have a lot of people that only want the national track. They go on the night track from time to time. Usually they go on the night track when we have a race during the national track and it's not prepped and it's dry and it's hard packed and they don't actually see how good it is for racing and Thursday. So they kind of shy away from their night track because they don't know how good it is for racing. But when we prep it for racing, it is primo. Thursday nights, it's primo. It's good. So that's the first twist, is adding in the night track as moto number 2. The second twist is we got to deal with an element of time here. We've got to deal with the element of how do we get all these races done in time, and how do we get you out of here and home on Sunday? Because some of you are traveling from Colorado. Some of you might be traveling from Alaska. We've had racers here from Japan. We have racers from Canada. Like, those are pretty far away, but some of you guys might be, 5 hours away. Is there a way we can get you home on Sunday night at a reasonable hour, right? If we're going to do a 3-moto format, how do we do that so you're not staying till Monday, right? You already got Thursday, Friday here, took Friday off work possibly. The kids have school off on Friday, but we don't want to get you home on Monday. I mean, if you're traveling from halfway across the country, you might need Monday for the drive day, but Can we make it possible for you to get out of here on Sunday? So what we've elected to do, and again, you guys, if you don't like this, we can still adjust it. But this is the idea. So speak now, forever hold your peace, and we can change this around to a degree. But make Moto 1 on the national track on Saturday. Moto 1 would be 3 laps. The night track would then be 4 laps, right? On Saturday night, you get 4 laps. And then on Sunday, I know some of you guys want like long motos and say that you want long motos, and it's a lot easier to say when you're watching a screen and like thinking about the upcoming event. I know that that's the case for like almost every single one of us dirt bikers. Like, give us 15-minute motos, give us 30-minute motos. But I will tell you, when I was at Freestone and they decided to cut the laps to 3 laps, the second moto, there wasn't boos by the riders. They were all like, thank God, I am exhausted. And this was just a 2-moto format day where people just showed up sometime on Saturday, the day before. And they were beaming when they were at the line. Like, I only got to do 3 laps. I got this. Thank God it's only 3 laps. They're beat up from their practice the day before, practice that morning, their race, their drive there. They got a long drive home. So when it's on time, and the same thing happens here at Cycle Ranch, when we cut the laps, like the only people that seem to ever get upset about the laps cutting are like a couple of the top guys, usually in C class, because they probably should be in B class. And then usually it's the moto dads that aren't even racing. They just get mad because laps are cut. It's not even the kids. They're like, I wish I had more laps. Sometimes, I mean, your top guys, they'll grieve about it. But they're the top guys, so they can go 4 laps, 3 laps, 10 laps, whatever. So what we're thinking to do is everybody's going to be so tired and then also want to be able to get, because it's 3-motor format, then they're going to want to get on the road and get home. The thought was to make the last moto a sprint moto and make it 2 laps only. And I know it's like nothing on the national track, right? That's going to be like a 5-minute race, 5.5-minute race for many of you. So we don't have to do that. We could do 3 laps. We could probably even do 4 laps, but you guys are going to be out here later and you're going to be beat up from riding another 2 motos, right? And now we're going to have to staff more. So if we add those additional laps, we're going to be here for a longer period of time. Our payroll goes up. We might have to charge more for that, right? Because we got to have ambulance here. We got to have our flaggers here, a race crew here for more time. It's more expensive, right? So that's the nature of the game. So the idea right now is to do 3 laps Moto 1, 4 laps Moto 2, and 2 laps on Sunday sprint motos. Now this, I'm going to say it one more time, just so everybody gets it clear, because feel free, somebody, if they want to comment, write this down. Moto 1, national track on Saturday morning, 3 laps. Moto 2, we go over to the night track, 4 laps. Moto 3 is Sunday, down to just 2 sprint laps. Everybody's got 2 sprint laps in them. I think on Sunday, everybody, as long as you're not injured, you should have 2 sprint laps in you, right? So that's the idea. And if I get backlash on it, that's cool. Like, if you guys don't want that, that's fine. I'm not saying you have to do it or we have to do it that way. So tell me if we need to change it, and tell me soon, because we're going to have this scheduled out and get all of our promo out really soon. It's like ready to go. Just waiting on this topic. Now that's out there. Now there's a couple classes that are exceptions. We got our 3 pro classes. We got 3 pro classes. So this is for all you pro riders out there. We have 3 pro classes, right? We have our 250A, our Open Pro Sport, and our Women's Cup. All right, your plus 25A, you guys are going to run the 3-moto format in with a mix. It's going to be 150% payout. You'll keep normal. But women, 250A, 450A, you guys are going to only race on Sunday, and you're going to do 2 motos each. 250 and women's, you guys will do 6 laps, and Open Pro Sport will be 8 laps. This is a Pro-Am event. You guys are going to be able to earn your points. You guys racing 250 and 4 for Open Pro Sport, you'll be able to earn your points for your pro license, right? So that's really the reason you're coming. Most of you guys, there is money on the line. There's a $5,000 payout, $1,000 to the women, $4,000 to the Open Pro Sport. 250 will be 150% payout. So that's the pro information. And the Heroes class is also going to run on Sunday. And the Heroes are the individuals that are first responders and military. And we put that on Sunday only because so many of you have to work Saturday or Sunday. So get Saturday off and come race on Sunday. You can come out and practice on Friday. You can come out and practice the whole week before. Come race on Sunday. All of you heroes, come out and race on Sunday. All right. Another thing we're doing for the pros, for the Open Pro Sport class, you guys spread the word on this. Open Pro Sport, your race entry, pre-entry, $10. All right. Open Pro Sport, your pre-entry will be $10. So we'll be dropping a link for that soon so you guys can get signed up. We'll do a bunch of promo around it. But that's the deal. We got $10 race entry. At the track, it's going to be up to 60, maybe even 65. Let's see what I wrote down. I don't have it in front of me. But do it. Pre-entry, $10. So no excuse not to pre-enter Open Pro Sport class. We can't do that with a 250 class because you guys are going to be doing your 150% payout, right? So if I do that, you guys won't have any money to make. You guys basically generate your own. I mean, it'd be cheaper for the track to do it to $10 race entry, right? But then have 10 of you and or 20 of you that pre-enter. That's $200, and then the payouts $250. So I'm sorry, $300, right? If we do 150% of $200, $300 isn't really a great payout for you guys. So it only takes you 5 riders to get there at the $60 rate. So if you have 10, that's $500 plus our 50%. That's $750 payout for you guys. So it should go up pretty quickly. The 250 guys, just come get your friends to come race, and we'll have a good payout for you guys. So that's the deal on the racing. I want to get you guys, if you haven't watched this from the beginning, please watch it from the beginning and learn about the 3-moto format, who's doing 2 motos, and the number of laps on the 3-moto format, because that's where I need your feedback. Are we good with doing national track, night track, national track? And are we good with doing 3 laps, 4 laps, 2 laps to be able to get it done, get you guys out of here midday on Sunday so you can hit the road and start making your way home? And then this way we can have a 3-moto format. We don't have to charge you an extra $20 to $30 for an extra moto, right? We can actually keep our price the same, or maybe it's going to be $5 more. We just have to run the numbers one more time for the race entry. So do we keep the laps and the 2 different tracks? Do we do different laps? Do we do all in national track? Like, we could do it all in the national track. We're just going to have to cut laps, right? So that's where it kind of comes into play, I think. And then you don't get the advantage of the night track. We can run it a little bit later if we need to put the lights on. We have the advantage of being able to get you guys on 2 tracks. That's the whole point of having 2 staggered practices on Friday, right? So now, well, not the whole point, but now you get more ride time at Cycle Ranch on all the tracks, especially if those of you that are traveling long distances, right? So I don't care which way. I'm not going to be racing. I got a dislocated shoulder, and well, now it's relocated, but it's got potentially some tears in it. I don't have full motion. So for me, it's like I want to do what you guys want to do. And that's what the team here wants to do. And we want to do what the racers we want to do. So we're trying to come up with something creative to make this an event that it's just fun. It's fun. It's not crazy competition, but there's some competition. There's great awards. We're going to be giving away vacations. Like, we got 5-night stay in resort in Cancun to give out. I think we have some in Vegas too. We have a bunch of tickets for the rodeo that we're going to give out, so you guys can get to the rodeo. 4-pack tickets, so you get to do that. We got hog hunts to give out, and I'll talk more about this throughout the week, and we might even put some of it around pre-entry. But we definitely have it for the raffles. Like, we got some good promo, not just stickers, not just chain, not just, and not to put any of that stuff down, because we all need to use chain lube if we got a dirt bike, right? Stickers come in handy. They're great to have. But not just gift cards. Like, we got some things you get to do with your family, things that make eternal life memories. And you're going to make them here at Cycle Ranch, and then you're going to make them because of Cycle Ranch, right? So we got a lot to give away. So it's going to be a big awards ceremony and raffle giveaway. I hope you all make it out here, and give us your feedback. So that's what I'm looking for. Give us your feedback so we can finalize this schedule. I'll have the pre-entry open hopefully later today. I had a little trouble publishing it last night, or Saturday actually. So I'm waiting on Elaine to do it. As soon as she has it, we'll get that to you guys. We want to fill up that pro class with a $10 race entry. Like, that's ridiculous. We'll start giving away some stuff maybe for pre-entry for the other classes. But let us know. Does it matter how many laps? Does it matter which tracks? Let us know what's important to you, and we'll keep a pulse on that, and we'll have a decision made by the end of the week which way we're going. So that's what I'm going to say today. Battery's about to die. Look forward to seeing you guys out here open practice this weekend. Next weekend, mud run, and open practice that Sunday. Open practice again, and then we'll have the USA Championships the weekend after Thanksgiving, which is the 28th, 29th, and 30th, and Thanksgiving on the 27th. Come eat with us. Love you all. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you very, very soon. God bless.